Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thanks for being here today. We're talking about our top 5 summer sipping bourbons. These are our best choices. These are the ones that we're actually going to be reaching for this summer. So this isn't just some random list of bottles. These are actually what we're going to be drinking this summer. Typically, we do drink in Glencairn glasses neat. We do tend to prefer a little bit higher proof, maybe a little bit more spice, all those sorts of things. But man, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's getting really hot here in Tennessee and Nashville. Humidity is 1,000 degrees, 1,000%. It's 100 degrees. It feels like an inferno. So when it's like that and we want some whiskey, typically we'll just throw it in a neat, like a rocks glass like this, neat, and just slow sip it.
Yeah.
Most of these are going to be lower proof, a little on the sweeter side, lower on the spice, pretty enjoyable.
Well, and I also have to be completely 100% transparent. When it's hot like this, I typically don't default to drinking whiskey neat. I default to drinking whiskey in cocktails.
Right.
In the summer heat, I want a nice cocktail that Josh makes, because Josh makes, in my opinion, the best cocktails, and that's what I really want. But when I do drink whiskey neat in the summer, it will be these things. But like my default would be a cocktail, any of whiskey in a cocktail.
Yeah. And we're going to speak to each one a little bit, and we'll also give either easier to find or more affordable alternatives. So we'll kind of let you know what to expect out of them and what you might want to grab instead of these. But we're going to really focus on these 5. We'll go ahead and start it off with what's in Erin's glass.
Yes.
But first, we have to talk about today's video sponsor, ZBiotics, the world's first genetically engineered probiotic designed to tackle the rough mornings after drinking. This stuff right here is a game changer, and it is super simple to use to feel your very best the next day after having some pours. All you do is shake it up, crack it open, drink your ZBiotics. Then you have your other drinks, and you have a great morning the next day.
Because let's face it, we don't bounce back like we used to.
No, not at all. This stuff helps us immensely. We were skeptics, turned subscribers. We tried ZBiotics. It changed the game for us. And actually, we thought that first time had to have been a fluke. So we tried it again, and we became subscribers ourselves. We've actually subscribed for the last 2 years personally, and it wasn't until we subscribed that we reached out and ZBiotics became a sponsor.
We don't do any recording for the channel, barrel picks, live streams, none of that without ZBiotics first.
That's true. We show up to barrel picks, break open a box of ZBiotics, and people are like, oh, that's for real. Yeah, it's for real, because feeling our best the next day after having some drinks is very important to us. And if feeling your best the next day after some pours is important to you as well, then you can click that link at the top of the video description or scan this QR code right up here, and that will take you over and get you a 15% discount. And if you want to subscribe like we do, that first month will get you an even bigger discount. And all of this is completely risk-free because they have a 100% money-back guarantee. So get you some ZBiotics, whether it's a 3-pack, a 6-pack, or a 12-pack like we subscribe to. Thank us later. And ZBiotics, thank you for making a product that we love so much that we can stand behind and we can recommend to you guys. Now that we've got our ZBiotics in, let's get back to the video. Eagle Rare, and this is a store pick, but this is almost a stand-in bottle for anything from the Buffalo Trace distillery. This is what Buffalo Trace does so well with their kind of core product offerings. They're generally sweet, they're low on spice, they're lower on proof. If you can get them for retail, the prices are pretty good. Eagle Rare should be $40 in most markets if you can get it for retail. Buffalo Trace itself, $30 in most markets if you can get it for retail.
Yeah, this is good. I haven't had this in a hot minute.
It's just nice.
This is what I want on a hot day if I am drinking whiskey neat.
Yeah, it's sweet, it's enjoyable. The thing we like about Eagle Rare, the 10 years of age does bring a little bit of interest to the equation.
It's not simple, it's multifaceted, but it's also not super hot.
Right. I also reach for a lot of Buffalo Trace store picks around this time of year. Those are great for this purpose as well. But if you can't find either of those in your market, you can get something like Benchmark Top Floor, Benchmark Bonded, Single Barrel. There's a bunch of different benchmarks out there that will work for this intended purpose. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the best thing that Buffalo Trace does is with their core products is make good, sweet, easy sipping whiskey, generally good bourbon. It's the perfect fit.
Yeah.
The rest of this list is kind of alternatives to Buffalo Trace, but it truthfully is, there's a reason why it's so popular. This is what it's really good at. Now, this next bottle, which is what I have in my glass, between a Buffalo Trace product and this, I really don't want for much else during the summertime as far as the heat goes for easy sipping in a rocks glass. And it is Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select, these black labels. Now, you are playing single barrel roulette, we call it. You don't know how these are going to be. They're single barrels. They could be good. They could be off profile. They'd be kind of weird. This is a single barrel selection that we did. Oak Cola. You can see our little sticker back there. And we also have a barrel proof Tennessee whiskey and a barrel proof rye coming.
But we're not talking about barrel proof for summer sipping.
Right. But those picks that we did will be coming out on our Patreon at patreon.com/stuffandwhiskey, probably right around the time that fall hits when we want a little bit more proof. And so it's going to be perfect timing. If you'd like to get in on those barrel picks, you can join our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. A fair few of our picks do make it down that far. Most of our picks make it to the $12 tier. And then we have some higher tiers up that are limited, but a little bit more guaranteed access. But all kinds of stuff over there. Barrel picks all the time, as well as the best dang whiskey community on planet Earth. If you want to get plugged into our Discord, people are sharing samples, helping each other find stuff. Wonderful community. Back to this, though.
Yes.
This right here also falls in line with a lot of Buffalo Trace products in that it is usually very sweet and very enjoyable. Lower on the spice level, although a little bit more than stuff like Eagle Rare, but there's also just like this general candy sweetness to it. Sometimes it leans banana, sometimes it leans banana bread, sometimes it leans more vanilla wafers.
To your point, it depends on the barrel, the single barrel that is picked, but
But these I love because I love single barrels. I love seeing the variation in each bottle. But for more affordable alternatives to this, because these do run like 45 to 55 in a lot of markets, you can just get Jack Daniel's Bonded. That's 100 proof. You could get Old Number 7 if you wanted, or something like that. I mean, you can go a lot of different directions with Jack Daniel's, but I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. When I think of whiskey and heat in summer, I think about Jack and Cokes, Jack and Coke slushies at Sounds Games.
Frozen whiskey and Cokes. I don't think they can call it Jack and Coke because that's like a trademark.
Yeah, but truthfully speaking, my list could be over with these two bottles. I want for little else.
That's it. We're done. I'm out. No, I'm just kidding.
But we wanted to give you guys some other alternatives because they do fit different palates.
Yeah.
If you want something with a little bit more, I'll say, interest to it, then...
Interest in what way?
Interest in the way of like, these, you're set here for standard bourbon profiles. But we love Wild Turkey. And we could have put Russell's Reserve 10-year in here and probably would have, but we didn't want to hit you guys with all the predictable choices. Long Branch is actually really good for this purpose. 8 years old, so it has good age. It is mesquite charcoal filtered, so this is like the perfect low proof
summer barbecue.
Pair it with
whiskey.
some pulled pork or some ribs or something like that. This is perfect for that. Like there is blind, you may not pick it up that it is mesquite charcoal filtered, but we've had it blind. We can tell there's something different going on in there, and then when you drink it knowing what it is, super enjoyable. Good price. These are like $35. Russell's Reserve 10-year is like 40 to 45.
Okay.
We're also not volume drinkers, so we're not pounding any of this stuff. If we were, or we making mixed drinks or cocktails, we'd probably use different products. But we're more just sip a little bit, neat.
Well, you do make me cocktails in the summer.
Yeah, but I use different products for that. This is 86 proof, so very approachable, good age, good quality. You're going to get a little bit more richness out of this, a little bit more of a darker flavor profile compared to the more sweet forward of these two. But yeah, super great product. My voice is going up on me. I think that's my cue that I need a little sip of whiskey.
Oh, I'll join you in camaraderie.
All right. Next up, you're at the barbecue. You've had the pulled pork with the Long Branch. You're feeling great. You got a happy belly. But
is there watermelon at this barbecue?
Sure.
Because you got to end a barbecue summertime with watermelon with some lime squeezed over it.
Or you do a little campfire situation and do some s'mores.
Ooh.
And
that's at night, though.
That's at night.
Yeah.
And the perfect s'mores whiskey, truthfully speaking, is Old Forester 1910. It basically tastes like chocolate marshmallow graham cracker. It's a secondary finished product. It has a little bit of, I'm sorry, I'm having some throat issues here. It has a little bit of this profile to it because of the second barreling, that if you're ever at Old Forester on Whiskey Row, they have these things called Majeskies. And they're like these marshmallow fluff, chocolate wrapped.
Chocolate covered.
Things, yeah.
Yeah, marshmallow.
They're amazing.
Yeah. Chocolate covered marshmallows, essentially. Yeah. But it's like different.
This tastes like those taste.
Yeah, because they've got bourbon in it, right? Don't the marshmallows have bourbon in them?
Yeah. Or there's something in the recipe that has that. Great product. Probably, this is the most expensive bottle on the list, other than you're probably not going to find Eagle Rare for $40 in most markets, so it might be a little bit more, but this is going to run you $55 or $60.
Some people can find this easily. We cannot find this easily, and I know some people cannot, but I know some people can, so it's very hit or miss with Eagle Rare.
And Buffalo Trace has ramped up their production, so things like Eagle Rare and regular Buffalo Trace are starting to become more readily available on the shelf.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time before it's back on the shelf all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Last product up.
Okay, what we got?
You've got your easy summer sippers. You've got your barbecue pour. You've got your dessert pour. Now you're just going to have something at the end of the night. You're done with all that.
Okay.
And we are going to select Isaac Bowman Port Cask Finish. You're getting a different profile here. Much in the way that the Eagle Rare and the Jack Daniels are going to lean fruity sweet, this is going to lean more into the darker fruits because of the port cask finish.
This is definitely a nighttime pour.
Yeah.
Like a summer night out on the porch pour.
It tastes like the color purple. It's very sweet, kind of dense, rich, a little bit more spice than any of these other products have on the table. And the proof isn't high. This is still lower proof, 92 proof. And it should run you about $40 to $45 in most markets. This is... I mean, all of these are good to sip neat as well, but if you wanted to lean away from the port cask finish and you wanted something a little bit more standard, just get the regular Bowman Brothers small batch. Honestly, that's a good alternative to Buffalo Trace, depending on if you get it in your market or not, and it's usually readily available. But this port cask finish is our preference of the Bowman lineup, and you've even given this blind in our videos 2 thumbs up before.
Wow. For
the value and how much flavor it has for the low proof point.
Yeah. When something can be low proof but full of flavor, I'm always impressed. Always, without fail. So yes, go Bowman Brothers.
Yeah. But this is it. These are our 5, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
If we're going to a cookout, if we're going to a 4th of July event, if we're going to anything where it's going to be hot, more often than not, you're going to catch us with one of these pours or one of the alternatives that we suggested out there. I didn't give an alternative for 1910. Regular Old Forester 100 proof orange label, the orange, or even the 86 proof blue label are lower priced options than this and great choices as well.
Cool. Love it.
But yeah, let us know your comments down below.
Yeah.
Or in your comments down below, let us know your choices for like what your easy summer sippers are.
Yeah, what are your top 5 easy summer sippers or summer sipping bourbons? Is that what we're calling it? Top 5 summer sipping bourbons. So what are yours? If they're different, that's great because we can all get inspiration from each other. So put yours down below so everyone can get inspiration from each other.
Yep. While you're down there, you can find that link to Patreon that I mentioned before. You can get hats. We have shirts and things like that. We're not wearing those, but wearing the hats.
Yeah.
So if you want a summertime dad hat, you can grab that over at stuffandwhiskey.com. And I think that's it.
That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be good to each other. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Whew, man, I had something fly into my throat at the beginning of that.
Did a gnat fly into your throat?
I was struggling that whole video. My eyes were watering at different points.
Aww.
I was just trying to...
You to make it through?
You gotta fight through it for the people.
Pain is gain.
I thought pain was beauty. Or beauty was pain. Beauty is pain and pain is gain.
I guess.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain. That's what it is.
And beauty is pain.
Yeah. So if beauty is pain, and then you have pain, then you also have gain.
Is that why... If beauty is pain, is that why I hurt all the time?
Because you're so beautiful? Probably.